Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cyberscroll. Today I'm going to show you how to set up an Active Directory domain server on Windows Server 2025 from scratch. We'll be creating a new domain called the cyberscroll.com and configuring our server as a domain controller. This is essential for managing users, computers, and policies in your enterprise environment. Let's dive in. Before we begin, make sure you have Windows Server 2025 installed with a static IP address configured. Your server should also have a proper host name and DNS settings. Let's quickly verify these prerequisites. First, let's ensure our server has a static IP address. Open the Network and Sharing Center. Go to Change Adapter Settings. Right-click on your Ethernet adapter and select Properties. Select Internet Protocol version 4 and configure a static IP. I'm using 10.213.159.29 as my IP address with subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and default gateway 10.213.159.252. For DNS, we will set it to 127.0.0.1, which points to localhost, since the server will become our DNS server once Active Directory is installed. Click OK to save the changes. Next, let's give our server a meaningful name. Right-click on this PC, select Properties, click on Rename this PC, and enter a name like DC01 or AD Server. I'll name it DC01 for Domain Controller 01. Click Next and restart the server for the changes to take effect. After the restart, Server Manager should open automatically. If not, you can launch it from the Start menu. In Server Manager, click on Manage in the top right corner and select Add Roles and Features. This will open Add Roles and Features wizard. In the wizard, click Next on the Before You Begin page. Choose role-based or feature-based installation and click Next. Select your server from the server pool. You should see your server listed here with its name and IP address. Click Next. Now, this is the important part. From the list of server roles, check the box next to Active Directory Domain Services. A pop-up will appear asking to add features that are required for ADDS. Click Add Features, then click Next. On the Features page, you can leave the default selections and click Next. Here you will see information about Active Directory Domain Services. Review it if you would like, then click Next. Review your selections on the confirmation page. Optionally, you can check Restart the destination server automatically if required, then click Install. The installation will take a few minutes. You can see the progress bar here. Once it's complete, you will see a notification that says Configuration required. Installation succeeded on DC01. Now that ADDS is installed, we need to promote the server to a domain controller. Click on the notification flag icon in the Server Manager and click on Promote this server to a domain controller. This will open the Active Directory Domain Services configuration wizard. In the Deployment Configuration window, select Add a new forest, since we are creating a brand new domain. Enter your root domain name. I'll enter the cyberscroll.com as my domain name. Click Next. On the Domain Controller Options page, you will set the forest and domain function levels. I'll keep these at Windows Server 2016 for compatibility, but you can choose 2025 if you're sure all your servers will be 2025. Make sure Domain Name System Server and Global Catalog are both checked. Now enter a Directory Services Restore Mode password. This is important for disaster recovery, so make sure to remember it. Enter and confirm your password, then click Next. You might see a warning about DNS delegation. This is normal for a new domain and can be safely ignored. Just click Next. The wizard will automatically generate a NetBIOS domain name based on your domain name. In our case, it will be the Cyberscroll. You can change this if needed, but the default is usually fine. Click Next. Here you can specify the locations for the AD database, log files, and SYSVOL folder. The default paths are usually fine for most environments. Click Next. Review all your configuration settings. You can also click View Script to see the PowerShell script that will be executed. This is useful if you need to automate this process in the future. Once you have reviewed everything, click Next. The wizard will now run a prerequisites check to ensure everything is configured correctly. You might see some warnings in yellow, but as long as there are no errors in red, you are good to proceed. Once the check is complete and you see all prerequisite checks passed successfully, click Install. The installation will now begin. This process will take several minutes as it configures Active Directory, DNS, and promotes the server to domain controller. The server will automatically restart when the installation is complete. So let's wait for this to finish. After the restart, you will notice that the login screen has changed. You now need to log in with your domain credentials. The username format is now the cyberscroll/administrator, or you can use administrator@thecyberscroll.com. Enter your password and sign in. Let's verify that Active Directory is properly installed and configured. Open Server Manager. You should now see ADDS listed under Roles and Server Roles. Click on Tools in the top right corner and you will see new management tools including Active Directory users and computers, Active Directory domains and trusts, Active Directory sites and services, and DNS. Let's open Active Directory users and computers. Expand your domain, thecyberscroll.com, and you will see the default organizational units like computers, users, domain controllers, and more. Click on Domain Controllers, and you can see our server DC01 is listed as a domain controller. Now let's verify DNS. Go back to Server Manager, click Tools and select DNS. In the DNS Manager, expand your server name, then expand Forward Lookup Zones. You should see your domain, thecyberscroll.com, listed here. Click on it to see the DNS records that were automatically created, including the A record for your domain controller. Let's test our domain connectivity. Open Command Prompt and type dcdiag and press Enter. This command runs diagnostics on your domain controller. You should see multiple tests running and passing. Another useful command is netdom query FSMO, which shows you the FSMO roles assigned to this domain controller. Since this is our first and only domain controller, it holds all 5 FSMO roles. As a bonus, let's quickly create a test user account. Go back to Active Directory users and computers. Right-click on the user's container, select New, then User. Enter the first name, last name, and user logon name. For example, I'll create a user name John Doe with the logon name JDoe. Click Next, set a password, and configure password options as needed. Click Next, then Finish. Your first domain user is now created. And there you have it. You have successfully created an Active Directory domain server on Windows Server 2025 with the domain thecyberscroll.com. Your server is now a fully functional domain controller with DNS configured. In the next video, we will cover how to join client computers to this domain and create organizational units for better management. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Cyberscroll, and check out the playlist for more Active Directory and Windows Server tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.